Okay, we're recording. Guys, we are live and direct. Absolutely incredible. You guys gone. Okay, guys, I want to introduce literally my favorite speaker of all time. Okay, who you're going to be listening to today, guys? Yes, he's a chairman 750. You know, he's broke the compensation plan. Like when you look at the compensation plan, sometimes it's just not even there. So he's smashed it. He's completed it. Okay. Yes, he's one of the top 10 income earners in home business. Okay. Yes, this is all true. Guys, when this guy talks, I'm fully attentive. Like, no one talk to me. If we're at an event and this guy's talking, don't talk to me. Don't nudge me. Don't try and get my attention. I'm focused. Whenever he speaks, it's just gold that comes out of his mouth. If this guy corrects me or pulls me up on something, guys, no problem. You know, he's my mentor, so it's not a problem. When he talks, I listen. I'm fully submissive. So guys, let me just tell you a very quick story. Let me just take you back to the summer of 2018. I am about 3 months into the business. I'm just catching the vision for, going, the whole building things. I didn't initially want to build. I just wanted to trade. So I'm just catching the vision. My upline's like, look, you got to come to David Game for an event. I'm like, okay, I'm busy. I'm not sure if I can make it. He's like, no, you really want to come. We got a guest speaker. His name is blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. These names didn't really mean much to me because I wasn't, the way you guys see me now, I wasn't that plugged into IM back then. So Bryony, she used to go to all the events and just tell me about all of these speakers, and it just kind of went over my head. But I came anyway. And then what I witnessed was just true greatness. I witnessed a young man who was just at the top of his game. The way he bossed the stage, he moved like a gazelle. He was majestic. He was smooth. He was polished. And that's when I really understood that there were levels to this whole game. Like, there were levels and there were levels. And I realized right there and then that there was a standard that I needed to aspire to. And that motivated me. I love the fact that there's like a really high standard that I need to achieve. So I left that event buzzing. A few months later, my upline left the business. Like, he's completely gone. And my organization was in disarray. Nobody left the organization, but there was so much confusion, so much uncertainty that I didn't really know what to do. And then it hit me like a lightning bolt. I'm going to enroll into the Rosa University, and I'm going to graduate with honors. Does that make sense? So bearing in mind, I've not met Matt Rosa, but I enrolled into the Matt Rosa University. Guys, what does that mean? I simply studied him from afar. I think we call it distance learning. I knew everything about Matt Rosa. I would be on every single one of his training calls. If he went live on Instagram, I was live. The time difference didn't bother me. 4 o'clock in the morning, no problem. All his training videos on his YouTube, on other people's YouTube. I remember that training that he did with Wealthy Pips. It dropped on my son's birthday. That training literally exploded my business. Guys, a lot of people talk about giving you a blueprint, but then when you actually listen, it's just mindset. No, this was the blueprint. It was like gold. I remember thinking, chairman's done. Like, you've literally broken down step by step what's needed to go chairman. Guys, I want you to write this down. Success leaves clues. This business, you don't have to be a rocket scientist. Success leaves clues. If you want to be successful, you have to do what the successful people do. Guys, at this point, I really wanted this gentleman to be my mentor. Like, of all we're so blessed. We've got so many top chairmen and they're all incredibly skilled. But I wanted this guy to be my mentor. And I remember saying to Bryony, I really want him to be my mentor. But I knew I had to hit Platinum 5000 to get his attention. I had to hit Platinum 5000. There's no way I was getting his attention. So I did what was necessary. I hit the rank. And then when they announced the next regional, I prayed that he was going to be coming, because every regional, we have a different top chairman, and they're all great. It could have been Alex Morton. It could have been, Jason Brown. It could have been anyone. But for this particular one, for my speech for my P5K, it was Matt Rosa. I was so gassed. I remember turning around to one of my mentees and I said, I need to be polished because Matt Rosa's polished. So I practiced day and night, day and night, day and night, just so that I could really get this guy's attention so I could attract him into my life. I did my speech. I came off stage. Matt Rosa was waiting for me. And his exact words were, bro, that was very polished. We exchanged numbers. We messaged. He said, bro, I want to mentor you. I said, bro, you've already been mentoring me. You've been mentoring me for a minute. You just didn't know it. Guys, a lot of people will talk about his income. A lot of people focus on his income. A lot of people focus on his rank, his house, his cars. I'm not going to do any of that, guys. I want to talk about this guy's heart. I want to talk about his knowledge. I want to talk about his skill set. I want to talk about the fact that he's one of the most respected individuals in the industry. The guy does his homework. Let me tell you, he tells me about people in my organization that I didn't even know he knew. I'm like, how did you know? How did you know that person? Whenever we're talking on the phone, like I'm just so grateful for his time. He's constantly asking how he can serve our team. What can he do for the team? How can he add value? He's such a servant leader. All the touring that you see me doing in Greece, in Manchester, all these things, it came from him. You know, he literally gave me the blueprint on how to build in other cities because he's a master at it, guys. So guys, I've just got one question. Do you have a fresh notepad? Do you have a fresh notepad, guys? I need to see those fresh notepads because, guys, I literally had to go out, my fresh notepad, you know, my fresh highlighters, even my fresh, guys, my pen's fresh. It's still in the packet, guys. Guys, I don't want to miss a thing. I don't want my pen to run out. I don't want to run out of pages. I don't want to, guys, let me see those notepads, guys, because, guys, I literally had to get a combine harvester because there's no shops where I am. I'm in the middle of nowhere, guys. I don't even know what this place is. What I had to do to get this notepad, guys, can I see the fresh highlighters, please? Where are the highlighters? Where's the highlighter crew? Where is the highlighter crew? Oh, no highlights. Okay, I see it, Ali. Okay, I see it, Ali. Okay, I see the highlights now. I see the highlights. Because you know the super serious ones have got highlights. So you guys didn't come prepared. Okay, guys, without further ado, as I make him the host, can you just please, can you just give him a warm AME Finance welcome, guys? A really nice warm welcome so he can really feel the energy as I make him the host. Wow, Mr. Matt Rosa, thank you, sir. I appreciate you so much. Love you, bro.
Des, my brother. Man, I'm over here smiling ear to ear, bro. You gotta look. I'm gonna just start paying for all your flights so you could just fly around with me and edify me before I go on stage because you are the best edification specialist that I've ever seen. And the best thing is, I know it comes from the heart. Like, I know it's not fake. I've seen you edify others, and I've seen the way you edify me, and it's always night and day, man. And truth be told, bro, like, the fact that I have the opportunity to partner with you, it's like, I hear the way it is that you speak about me as a mentor, but it's so crazy because I see you as an equal. I see you as a partner. Your rank hasn't caught up, right? It hasn't caught up, but there's not a doubt in my mind that you're Chairman 750 here within I Am Mastery Academy. And you know, it's from my mouth to God's ears. But I really do believe that, man. And I don't say that to everybody. I don't throw that around loosely because I know what it takes in order to get there. But the wisdom that comes from you, everything you've gone through inside of your life that we've spoke about, it's led to the experiences that are needed in order to come into this thing and be able to truly impact people from all over the world. And I'm just grateful to be aligned with you, bro. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm grateful to be on this call. I thank you for the proximity to people that you love, right? I thank you for introducing me to people like Kofi. I thank you for introducing me to people like Brioni. I thank you for introducing me to people like Jason. I thank you for introducing me to people like James. I thank you for introducing me to people on this call right now because I really understand that leadership, and we're going to talk about this inside of this call, but leadership is about permission. You've given me that permission to be inside of your life, and I don't take that for granted, my brothers. So like I promised you, I'm going to bring the heat. I'm gonna leave this call buzzing after this information is granted to everybody on this call right now. And I'm just grateful to be here with you. So love you, bro. Let's get this thing rocking and rolling. Everybody on this call right now, it is so incredible to see you guys. For those with your camera on, Joyce, I love your background. That is a lit background, let me tell you. I love that background. Everybody on this call right now, I send you guys love and light wherever it is that you're at in the world right now. I know there's some crazy times going on right now, right? But it's so amazing because when we jump on calls like this, I kind of forget what's going on in society. When we jump on calls like this, we're literally creating our own economy. When we jump on calls like this is a safe zone. This is special what's going on right now. And I just hope right now that you guys, despite the craziness, everything that seems ludicrous, the corrupt politicians, COVID-19, all this crazy stuff going on right now, I pray that you guys are in a safe zone. I pray that you guys are thriving and not just surviving. I pray that you guys are truly happy, right? I pray that you guys are experiencing quantum leaps inside of not just your business, but your belief, your spirituality, your physical being, and everything in between. For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Matt Rosa. I'm a Chairman 750 here within I Am Mastery Academy. I've been with this company now since November of 2015. And I've been inside of this industry since 2013, y'all. This industry, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. This industry completely changed my life. You know, I came from sleeping on friends' couches. I came from sleeping in my fiance's car. And this isn't about my story, because there's going to be a lot that's going to add to your glory from this. But, you know, I came from rough beginnings to having the opportunity. I've traveled to over 40 different countries and spoke at each of them, to having the opportunity to build an organization of just over 250,000 active customers and subscribers on our team. From my family being on government assistance, at one point living inside of hotels with my mom, my dad, my little sister, till today, you know, we just hit about $20 million made in commissions with this company at the age of 28 years old. And it is such a blessing to be able to stand here as a testament. And the reason that I share that with you, the reason I share we've helped create over 400 chairmen inside of our team. The reason that I share these accolades with you is because I want you to understand something, that this company allows the below average individual to really have experiences like this. I didn't say the average. I said the below average. I'm talking about, you know, I've been in this industry for 7 years. I've seen the lotions, I've seen the potions, I've seen the every comp plan that you can imagine. I've seen it. And a lot of them are really good for rock stars. Some are even good for average individuals. But this was a place that an below average individual such as myself could come in and thrive. You know, back in 2015, I sent a message out to a gentleman by the name of Austin Gotsey. And I said, man, I need you to teach me this trading stuff. And he said, unfortunately, I don't know how to trade, but I can introduce you to somebody who does. And he introduced me to a gentleman by the name of Christopher Terry. And this was my first call, my first exposure to the company. It sounds a lot cooler than it is. The company looked like Windows 1998 back then. It wasn't anything remotely close to what it is that we got going on today. And I get on a call with this gentleman, and the first thing, true story, if you know Chris, you can picture this whole thing. So I get on the call, we jump on, and he's wearing a backwards hat, a Yankees t-shirt, and it has a hole in the armpit. And Austin had told me, he said, I'm gonna get you on the phone with the CEO of the company. So you hear CEO, I'm thinking suit and tie, you know, I'm thinking clean cut, I'm thinking sharp. You know, we all know Chris a little rough around the edges. And I get on and I'm like, what's up? And he goes, what's up? And I was like, who are you? He goes, who are you? I was like, I'm Matt. He goes, I'm Chris. And Austin was running late to the call. There's no formal introduction. Me, Jason Brown, and Chris Terry are on this call. We're like, and he's like, so what's up? and literally we start talking, and it's supposed to be a 15-minute conversation. It ends up being over 2.5 hours. And for the first time in my life, somebody poured into me genuinely without expecting anything in return. He didn't know what was inside of my bank account. He didn't know what it was that I was capable to build. At the time, I had never built a massive organization or anything along those lines. And he didn't care about any of that. He was just somebody that was genuine. And that's where it is that we've really been able to stem the people over profits, impact over income type of culture that we have here inside of the company. And he literally for 2 hours just poured into me, didn't try to close me, convince me or anything, just poured into me and poured into me and poured into me to the point that I closed myself. And, you know, after about 2 months of being inside of the company, we decided to launch the actual company. And upon doing so, and mind you, this is 2 months of just being customers. We decided to launch the company, and in 2 months in 63 days, we hit the rank of Chairman 10. 63 days. I had never made that type of income in my life. I never built a team of that status in my life. And then a year from there, we went Chairman 25. A year from there, we went Chairman 100, which was a huge jump from Chairman 25 to Chairman 100. A year from there, we went Chairman 100 to Chairman 500. We maintained Chairman 500 for about 3 months, dropped down. And on our 5th year, this is the 5th year that we've been with the company, we dropped down. We maintained Chairman 500 for 3 months, 4 months, and dropped down for about 8 months back to Chairman 250. To go from 250 to Chairman 750 in a 90-day span. And the reason that I share that, I don't share that to impress you, but to impress upon that this is something that the below average individual has the opportunity to do. Now, I give all credit to God, my creator. I give all credit to my squad, my team. I take zero credit for this, but I do know a few key fundamental things that enabled me and Jason to really experience quantum leaps inside of our business, to experience quantum leaps inside of our lives. You see, what I need you guys to do right now is make sure that you guys are taking notes, right? I need you guys to be taking notes, not because of the cliche note takers or money makers. No. I'm not even saying that. I'm saying that because of the fact that, guys, it's a proven fact. You only retain 5% of what it is that you learn if you don't write this stuff down anyways, right? And our goal here is to impact, enrich, and educate the lives of 1 million people, right? That's going to help us create a better tomorrow. We can't create a better tomorrow if we're forgetting what it is that we've been taught today, right? And then the second thing that I'm going to need from you guys is each one teach one. You see, it is our responsibility to pass on the information that is given, right? Because in this industry, for the individuals that are trying to do this thing on a large scale, it's not about what it is that you can do, rather what it is that we can teach. Because what we can teach is proven to be duplicatable, and duplication leads to the momentum that each and every single one of us are after. And last but not least, if it stings, it pertains to you. What do I mean by that? You see, here's the thing, guys. If I have a bottle of alcohol and I pour it on my hand and I have no open wounds, it's not going to sting. But if it starts to burn, I'm disinfecting something. Well, if you hear something, don't hide from it, because we can't heal what we hide and we can't fix what we fail to confront, right? And if it makes you go, that's me, good. Because that may be the small pivot that you need in order to go to that chairman rank that you want to get to, right? So whatever it is that you hear, lean into it. Lean into it. Don't run away from it, and don't allow it to go over your head. So without further ado, guys, the first thing that I want to talk about is knowing the difference between a leader and a person who leads. Understanding the difference between a leader and a person who leads. You see, here's the thing, a leader and a person who leads, right? A leader is an individual that is given some sort of a rank, a title, or something along those lines, right? But a person who leads is an action. It's something that people are doing. It's a verb, right? John C. Maxwell, if you don't know who John C. Maxwell is, John C. Maxwell is one of the greatest thought leaders of our time. And John C. Maxwell created something called the 5 levels of leadership to help people understand what level of leadership that they're at so they can understand where it is that they're going, right? And I want to run through that rather quickly. First and foremost, the first level of leadership is what's called the position level of leadership. At the position level of leadership, guys, this is usually a title, a rank of some sort given by seniority, tenure, or even politics, right? We don't respect these individuals because we want to, but we respect them because we're afraid of the consequences if we don't. Think about it. Your boss at work, your manager at your job, right? A lot of the times we're not inspired to follow these individuals. We're not motivated to follow these individuals. We do so because we have to, right? And that is the lowest level of leadership that there is. The second level of leadership is permission. Permission, in my opinion, is the most important level of leadership that there is. Like I said, you guys have given me, I didn't put a gun to 164 people's heads and say, you need to be on this call. Des spoke earlier where I was like, I'd love to mentor you. He's like, you've been mentoring me. You just didn't know. You see, as leaders, we have to understand that we are not where it is that we're at today because of our doing, but because of the fact that people have given us permission to be inside of their lives. People have given us permission to mentor them. You see, at the permission level of leadership, you're excelling at being able to develop relationships with the leaders inside of your organization. You better get real good at that. You better get very, very, very good at that. Because truth be told, guys, without a relationship, there is no trust. Without trust, there is no avenue or lane for you to be able to mentor somebody that is receptive, right? So the permission level of leadership is the most important level of leadership that there is. The third level of leadership is the production level of leadership. Now, the production level of leadership is where it is that you start making money. You know, you're able to produce numbers inside of the organization, right? But here's the thing, truth be told, anybody could produce numbers. That's the easy part of this business. You see, the production level, it'll make you money, but it won't break generational curses. The production level, it'll make you money, but truth be told, I'm gonna be 100% transparent. It's not gonna create wealth. Individuals often get stuck in the production level of their business, the production level of their lives, because they're so focused on the numbers that they're not focused on the leaders, right? So people that are stuck at the production level in their business often struggle with the same exact things. They struggle with retention inside of their organization. It feels like their business is a revolving door. One person joins, another person leaves. 2 people join, 2 more people leave the organization, right? If you're focused on numbers, stick to trading. People are not numbers. People are not numbers. If you're focused on numbers, you can make a fortune trading. But if you want to lead, you see, leadership is the ability to bring someone somewhere that they had no intention of going, but they thank you when they get there. It has nothing to do with numbers. The numbers are actually a byproduct of the quality of a leader that you are, right? Why do you think it is that certain people have had the uncanny ability to be able to influence? And I'm not talking about influencing like Instagram with the amount of likes and followers. No. To influence, truly influence monumental movements all over the world without ever asking for anybody to follow them. It's because they're focused on the development stage. You see, that's stage number 4. Level number 4 is called development. At the development stage, right, of leadership, this is where you have the ability to develop the mindset, the behavior, the skill sets of the organization. Yo, guys, you really think I built an organization of 250,000 individuals? No. I'm humble enough to understand that I've gone ahead and I partnered with the right people that help make that a reality. I didn't focus on building 250,000 customers inside of our organization. I focused on building leaders, and the leaders went on to help build 250,000 individuals inside of the organization. I was not focused on the number. I was focused on the development, not the production, but the development. And then the fifth level of leadership you have is the pinnacle level of leadership. The pinnacle level of leadership is where you have developers inside of your organization. Yeah, I have people like Des inside of my organization that can develop kings and queens, that can develop producers and develop other developers as well, right? So you have your position, your permission, your production, your development, and then your pinnacle level of leadership, right? So now that we understand the difference between a leader and a person who leads, I want to talk about number two. And it's funny because as we talk about number two, the word talk is in the title of number two as well. And it's kind of funny because it's kind of counterintuitive, but stop talking about it and get to work. Stop talking about it and get to work. I don't know about you guys, but I was always one of those individuals that I needed everything to be perfect before I got to work. The system needed to be perfect. The community needed to be perfect. Sheesh, I was one of those people, I need to make money trading before I can even tell anybody about this business, right? I don't know if you've ever come across those individuals before, right? But now that I see it the way I see it and the success that I've had, I realize that we shouldn't be trading to build, but we should be building to trade. Have you ever tried to trade on a budget, y'all? Like real talk, have you ever tried to trade on a budget, y'all? Because it's not fun. I don't know if you've ever tried to trade on a 0.01, but a 0.01 isn't going to pay your bills. A 0.01 isn't going to take care of the kids. You think I'm learning all this to make $1.50 a day? $5 on a good day? No. You got me so messed up. You see, here's the thing. Trading involves risk. Risk means potential loss. And if you don't got money to lose, you better start taking advantage of that compensation plan. Right? So many people talk about it and they're so focused on plan, aim, that they forget to fire. You can read every book in the industry. You could read any book. I promise you, you're not going to get as far as you would like to get without getting some skin inside of the game. Stop talking about it and get to work. So my biggest mentors were not Chris Terry, was not any book I ever read. It was my L's. And those L's don't stand for losses. They stand for lessons. I want you to understand that. Those L's don't stand for losses. They stand for lessons, right? The biggest mentors that I ever experienced would not have been my mentors had I not shut up and get to work. I remember I was that dude that was always talking about my moves, always talking about what's going to happen next, always talking. But here's the thing. Often we talk about the right things to the wrong people. How many people can agree with that? We talk about the right things to the wrong people. And what ends up happening is that on a very subconscious level, what ends up happening is that seeds of doubt are planted into our brain. Right? Yeah, I remember talking to my wife and telling her, "Yo, we're gonna be top 10 inside of the industry. Done. We're gonna make millions. Done. We're gonna travel the world. Done." But at the time, it wasn't a reality. And I remember the face. She was like, "Mm-hmm." You ever get that face from your loved one where they don't want to say it, but you know what they're thinking? Yeah, that one. And even if they don't say it, that little gesture plants seeds of doubt. That's why I had to stop talking about it. You see, the only people I was talking to about it was the person I looked at in the mirror every single day, my creator, and I was talking it into existence. That's it. Other than that, you got to stop talking about it and get to work. And if you are going to talk about it, you better have the courage to walk it like you talk it. Because it's easy to have conversations with your family about, oh, well, you know, we're going to travel the world and some of y'all already having these conversations with your family. Now, I'm going to retire you, mom and dad. I'm going to retire you, sweetheart. The kids are going to go to colleges and we're talking all this stuff that we're going to do. That's easy. You ever try to have a conversation? Hey, mom, I can't retire you because I quit. Hey, kids, I can't take you on that vacation because I didn't work hard enough. Look, you better stop talking about it because there's people that are, number one, counting on your downfall, and number two, counting on you. So we don't got room to talk about it. We got to stop talking about it and just get straight to work, right? Next thing I want to go over. Remember, you can't heal what it is that you hide. This is something that I struggle with as well, guys. We got to learn to organize our time accordingly. Look, guys, an unorganized entrepreneur is no entrepreneur at all. An unorganized entrepreneur is no entrepreneur. This is something that I've struggled with. That's why I had to go get a planner and literally write down my entire day, my thoughts, like the whole 9 yards, right? You got to organize your time accordingly. I don't know if you've ever felt this way, but sometimes it feels like there's just not enough hours in the day. You know, there's just, if there were two of me, would I be able to accomplish? If I could just buy more hours, would I be able to accomplish? Problem is, we cannot buy more hours. Here's the thing. I understand this. I understand there's just not a lot of hours in the day. Some of us are parents on this, so we got to be super parents. We got to be a husband. We got to be a wife. We got to be a boyfriend. We got to be a girlfriend. We got to take care of the business. We got to take care of our organization. We got to practice trading. We got to go to work. We got to come home. We got to clean the house. We're balancing. We got to take care of the social life. We got to spend time with the family. Right? We're balancing all these things and we just feel there's not enough time in the day. There's not enough time in the day, but somehow there's individuals that have the uncanny ability to accomplish more than we do with the same amount of hours in the day, with the same amount of problems that we have. But you really think that your problems are special? You're special. Your problems ain't special. The good news is someone's been through them before or is going through them. You know, Drake, Oprah, Mark Zuckerberg, individuals that have the same 24 hours in the day, but the reason they're able to accomplish more is because they sacrifice. Sacrifice is giving up something you currently cannot afford in order to succeed. They sacrifice what it is that they cannot afford in order to create more time. Yo, it's evident that everybody wants to be successful. Everybody and their mom wants to be successful. Everybody wants success. Everybody wants their sold out events. Everybody wants the huge pay quicker checks. Everybody wants the massive withdrawals. Everybody wants the amazing travel, the recognition, the rewards. Like everybody wants this stuff. But some people don't want to sacrifice, give up in order to go up, separate in order to elevate. You see, everybody wants success, but some of us want to Netflix and chill when we get home after a busy day of work more than we want success. Remember what I said? If it stings, it's for you. Some of us, everybody wants success, but some of us want to hang out with people that are not helping us go ahead and go further in our journey. Everybody wants success, but some people want to play video games more than they want to be successful. My little brother just joined the company recently. He's 1 away from Platinum 600. I said, give me your PlayStation. You're not getting it back to you 1K, bro. You know, everybody wants success, but some of us want to smoke or drink a little more than we want to be successful. That's a word for some of y'all right now. Some of us want success, but we want to sleep more than we want to be successful. Some of us want success, but we're not willing to stop what is stopping us. You know what's stopping you. You know what's stopping you. You know what it is. I can't tell you what that something is, but you know what you got to stop. Some of us want to be successful, but we want to give excuses more than we want to be successful. Look, you got to stop what's stopping you. And it doesn't mean forever. It means for a season. Me, I had to stop drinking and partying for a season, but now I celebrate a lot stronger than we ever did. I had to stop seeing my wife as often as I did for a season where I spent 60% of my year on the road. I missed her birthday. I missed Mother's Day. I mean, I sacrificed in order to get to where it is that I'm at. I had to sacrifice working out, which is something that I love as much as I used to, because I understood that I needed to create more time. Now, all those things that I once sacrificed, I have whenever I want. To sacrifice and give it up does not mean to give it up forever. Some of the things we need to give up forever, but some of those things, it's just a sacrifice for the time being. You know, one of my biggest pet peeves is when people use their why as an excuse as to why they're not getting it done. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Oh man, you know, I can't, I gotta spend time with my wife. Didn't you just tell me you are doing this because you want to spend time with your wife? And now you're not doing it because you want to spend time with your wife? What's the deal? What is it? Oh, things are just getting tough. I need to just slow down. I'm gonna spend more time with the kids. Sounds good. So go tell your kids that you're not gonna be able to take them on that vacation you've been telling them. It's just like you can make excuses, you can make this thing happen. I promise you. Was my mom heartbroken when I missed Mother's Day back in 2017, 18? Was she heartbroken? Yeah, she was. You think she's heartbroken that I just bought her a brand new house? No, she's not. As a matter of fact, she's never brought up the fact that I missed Mother's Day. Some of us are standing in our own way. We got to stop and we got to sacrifice and schedule that time accordingly so we can pour into this thing. Some of us are saying we're doing this on a part-time basis. You know, you're not doing this on a part-time basis. You're doing it on a sometime basis if you're doing anything less than 30 hours a week. Some of us are saying we're doing this full-time, when in reality, you're really not doing this full-time. You're doing this part-time, and you're tricking yourself into a false entitlement. Anything less than 40 hours a week, you know you're not doing it full-time. And then you got people like me and Des that are doing this all the time. And that's why we're getting results all the time. You got to make time for what's going to make you. And we got to stop what's stopping you. And the last thing I want to go over is all-out massive action. All-out massive action. Yeah, I feel like the term hustle gets tossed around too freely, if I'm being honest. Hustle. It's in music. Hustle real hard. It's crazy how entrepreneurs are becoming celebrities now. Gary Vaynerchuk, Ty Lopez, Grant Cardone, the Wolf of Wall Street. I mean, so many individuals. I've been nonstop. I posted this inside of our chairman chat the other day. But there's been these crazy retreats literally all over the world lately where people are just coming to meet up with each other, and they're really cool. They're cool. But there's been so many of them going on that people are confusing hanging out and being trained as hustling. Guys, what we're doing right now, this ain't a part of the grind. The grind is sold separately. This right here is going to help you guys. This right here is going to push you guys. But the grind is sold separately. The grind is, what are you doing when nobody's watching? That's the grind. Because what you do in the dark gets praised in the light each and every single time. So this is not hustling. Does anybody know what happened October 29th of 1929? October 29th of 1929. Anybody know what happened? Wall Street crash. Correct. It was the first time that the New York Stock Exchange experienced a massive crash, a complete bear run. And that sparked the era of the Great Depression. Now, here's the thing about that. A lot of millionaires lost their lives literally overnight. Like literally overnight, everything was gone. Bankruptcies, people became homeless. But I read an interesting statistic, and I'm not just going to say the number just to say it, because I don't remember the exact number, but a large percentage of those individuals, of those millionaires, made their fortune back in a 12-month span. When I look at them, they did so without internet. They did so without social media. They did so without cell phones. They did so without everything that we have at the tips of our hands. I think that's hustle. I encourage you to hustle like it's 1929. I encourage you. Could you imagine? I don't know about you. I don't know if I could build this business without Instagram. Like I've crushed it on Instagram, right? Could you imagine? Imagine. We're talking trading, right? Imagine having to place trades with paper and pen. Guys? We have literally everything that we need at the tips of our fingers. Are you taking all out massive action? Because we have the opportunity of a lifetime here. But what does it matter if we're not willing to take advantage of it in the lifetime of the opportunity, ladies and gentlemen? What does it matter? Because truth be told, I've been in the industry 7 years. I've never seen anything remotely close to this be done. Ever seen anything remotely close to this be done. And I'm not going to be an individual that regrets what happened, because I didn't take advantage of it, right? Guys, we maxed out this compensation plan, which means I cannot make more money inside of this company until Chris Terry rolls out that 1 million a month, right? But I can't make any more money inside of this compensation plan. You know, we could be posted up on a beach. My family is taken care of. I mean, I'm good. I'm good. But what do I look like telling you to do something I don't do myself? You see, guys, this isn't about the money anymore for me. It stopped being about the money back in Chairman 250. You see, what this is for me is about legacy. It's about impacting, enriching, and educating the lives of 1 million individuals around the world. It's about having the opportunity to build relationships with you guys. It's about traveling to the world, traveling to London, traveling to UK, traveling out to Ireland, traveling out to all the places that we have teams here, and being able to truly pour into you guys. It's about shifting the culture, shifting the mindsets. It's about helping break generational curses. It's so much more than just creating some money. Guys, I'm grateful for each and every single one of you guys and believing in what it is that we're doing. Believing is only half the battle, though. The rest, it boils down to us, the grind, the work ethic. And a lot of you guys have some people that are counting on you to make this a reality. We owe it to them. We owe it to yourself to really, really, really get to work. We got convention coming up right now. And convention's lit, let me tell y'all. Convention's lit. I've been seeing everything they're doing behind the scenes. It is going to be absolutely crazy. It's never been done before either. Like, this company's always, before this company, network marketing and trading had never been done together. They went ahead and they did that. Before this company, there had never been a product that made people money. There had always been a product that saved people money or spent people money, right? This is the first product that actually makes people money. Before this company, there's the industry. I was talking to Eric Worre recently. The industry has never seen this type of growth. Guys, look at the top 200 list. We have the most amount of individuals on that list from any given company. It's never been done before. Before this industry, there had never been a 24-year-old Chairman 750 like Bryce Thompson. You know, before that, we broke the record with me hitting Chairman 500 at 26 years old. Right? Like, this company is leading the way. You know, a convention like this, it's never been done before, right? So like, it's evident on what it is that we got going on. We're leading the way. We truly are leading the way. And this convention is going to be the cherry on top of things. After every single convention, our organization nearly doubles. This is just facts. So I'm really excited for convention. But our organization nearly doubles every convention. And then after convention, we got 60 days, a little less than 60 days, like 55 days in order to wrap up our goals before the year ends. And a lot can happen in 60 days. We went Chairman 250 to Chairman 750 in 60 something, 90 days around there between, right? So a lot can happen. And then we kick off the year strong. Des knows we run our life 6 months at a time. Back in 2008, we met up in November and spoke about what was going to happen until March, right? Then from March, we got all the chairmen on again, and we spoke about what was going to happen, and we tripled the organization during COVID, where a vast majority of the economies were crashing. Our checks were all going up, right? Now think about it. It's been about 6 months, right, since COVID originally popped off and quarantine started, and we're talking about the next 6 months already, right? From a consumer standpoint, what happens at the beginning of the year? Well, people are looking for a change inside of their lives. New Year's resolutions happen. That's something else to run to. And then March Madness. For some reason, March is one of the craziest months always inside of our career. I don't know what it is about March, but for some reason, people go ballistic during March. You shouldn't be experiencing your next retracement until about May, April, if you really, really, really play your cards right. I'm talking 6 months in advance. This is going to go over some people's heads, but I'm talking 6 months in advance. Depth of vision. Because if you know where you're going, it's hard to stray off of the path, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking 6 months in advance. Most people are going to start New Year's on January 1st of 2021. We're going to start New Year's today. Today. So with that being said, guys, I'm grateful to have been here with you guys. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. God bless you guys. And let's run this thing up. Des, I'm going to pass this on over to you, my brother.
Wow. Guys, I knew it was going to be fire, but that was a whole new level. Matt, I just want to thank you for pouring into us, for giving up your time. I know how much in demand you are. Your organization is huge. Thank you so much, guys. If you got value from that session, can you just put an 888 in the chat box, please, guys? Put an 888 in the chat box. Wow. Absolutely phenomenal. Bro, a lot of what you said stung me.
Hey, it's disinfecting, fam. It's disinfecting. I gotta run, get ready for this next call. But yo, I love you guys. Des, I'm grateful for you, my brother. I'll talk to you soon.
Nothing but love and respect, bro. Nice one. Take it easy. Guys, it's easy. It's so easy to come onto a call like this and feel warm and fuzzy. That's the easy part. It's so easy to come off a call like this and feel fired up. That's just the easy part, feeling fired up. It's what you do next. You see, the difference between me and other people when I got started was when I listened to people like Matt, I used to apply the teaching straight away. What I used to do in my notes is I'd write down what my actions were going to be. What was I going to do differently? Because the worst thing that you can do now is hear a call like that and then just go back to doing the exact same thing. That doesn't make sense. You may as well have not come onto the call at all. It just doesn't make sense. So what are you going to do differently? Take a moment to just write down some of your actions. Like, what are you going to do differently? I know that I am going to grind like it's 1929, 100%. Those quantum leaps are happening in this organization. Guys, this company can change your whole life. It really, really can. But it's that sacrifice part that Matt was talking about. When I look back, yeah, there were some sacrifices. 100%, I had to make some sacrifices. But now, all that pain was worth it. So yes, you know, when your mentors say, you know, for those of you that are on this call and your builders, you know, talk to 2 to 5 people a day. Some of you will be doing it half-hearted. What I did was I made it non-negotiable. So I would make sure that I did it and I wouldn't rest until I done that. Why? Because my why was huge. My why was absolutely huge. So guys, I know that you got value. I want to respect your time. Guys, let's put some of our takeaways. Just fill the chat box with some of our takeaways real quick. Let's just share some of our takeaways in the chat box. And I'm going to be making a little announcement as well, a trading announcement. Wow, okay. Growing like it's 1929. Stop talking about it. L stands for lessons. Absolutely. Start trading ASAP. The new year starts now. Absolutely. The work that we do now, the work that we're going to do. So what I used to do was I used to put so much work in going into a convention, hit convention, and then start a 90-day game plan. Like those of you that are serious, like grind now going into convention. Everything that you do now has to be about convention. From getting your ticket, anyone that you sign up, make sure that they've got a ticket. Like, I think Eric Worre says that for every person that you bring to convention, I think it adds like £1,000 to your business on average. It's some crazy stuff. Absolutely phenomenal. So guys, it's time to level up. It really, really is. Don't leave this call the same person. Do not leave this call the same person. If you want to go back and somebody signed me out. Okay, yeah, somebody's doing my blitz call, that's why. And watch, you know, previous trainings on the practical things that you need to do to build, then by all means do so. But it's time to get to work. So the little announcement I wanted to make, and I'm going to be putting this in the Telegram group, is, in fact, okay, you know what? Just stay tuned and stay tuned for the Telegram group, the AFA Trade House group. I'm going to be putting an announcement in there today before I go back offline. Apologies to all of you that have reached out to me. I am meant to be on a digital detox. I keep getting told off. I'm learning so much about myself. It's so hard to do a digital detox, but I'm trying my best. So I'm going to be going offline. But before I do, I'm going to put something in the AFA Trade House group. So stay tuned for that, because it's, yeah, I think that you guys will like what you see. So that being said, guys, it's time to get to work. I would spend a bit of time now planning what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do next. What are my action steps? What am I going to do differently? How am I going to apply the teaching? You know, knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is even more powerful. And once again, I want to congratulate Mr. David Talbot for hitting the rank of Platinum 2000, you know, absolutely sensational. This is a guy who was a former school teacher, you know, gave up his job to do this full time when he was like Platinum 600 or something. Like I went to the national convention, and he came up to me and he said, "Bro, I've quit my job." I said, "Bro, what? Bro, you're Platinum 600. What are you doing?" Like, I can't advise someone to do that. You know, he was trading, you know, but he was like, "No, bro." He said, "I've seen the vision. I've caught the vision." I said, "Okay, bro, as long as you're sure." You know, and guys, some crazy, crazy vision. And now he's hit the rank. You know, bearing in mind, this is a guy who I didn't even prospect. I prospected someone. She said no. So I said, okay, I remember the training that I had. If they say no, ask them if they know anyone else. I said, okay, no problem, Caroline. Do you know anybody else that this may be for? No. Oh, okay. So now my training's out the window because I didn't know what to do next. So then I said, oh, okay, cool. Well, can you just bear it in mind in case you hear of anyone who's looking for an opportunity? And she said, okay. But it was one of those okays, like she just wants to get off the phone. So I didn't really think anything of it. Then about 2 weeks later, she called me and she said, hey, I don't know if you remember David Talbot. He's a teacher as well. He works at this other school. I said, yeah, I remember David Talbot. We went to a 70s, what do you call it, thing together. But we didn't speak. We just took a photo, right? And so she reintroduced me to David. He signed up and now he's here. Large organization, over 100 people in his organization. And now he's a Platinum 2000. The guy's a chairman, you know. This is just a pit stop. He's going to hit Platinum 5K. Chairman, it's done, it's done, it's done, it's done. Absolutely incredible, guys. So guys, let me respect your time. Nothing but love and respect. Thank you for jumping on the call. I'm going to end the recording right now.